me and my wife, we had the opportunity to be one of the first big families, entrepreneurs, just to be unbelievably powerful. And the media never really gave the marriage a chance, And my wife didn't do the proper things and the right things. Something I don't blame her, but she let herself get too involved emotionally with, I think, with the media.
Have you taken any special steps to stay out of the news media, out of the headlines since then?
Well, I'm mostly been concerned with training. I haven't been anywhere and been exposed anywhere to get any kind of publicity, but still, for some reason, people try to find reasons to write me up, even if they're lies and inaccurate. But what can you say? I guess it comes with the territory, if that's what they say.
Mike, you have some different family members around you now, especially since the Spinks fight in Atlantic City. What factors occurred that made you decide to align with Don King?
Well, I've been going through a great deal of psychological stress because of everything I've been through with Mitch Green, the fights with Mitch Green, the circulations building up around the Michael Spinks fight. You have no idea what was going on before the Michael Spinks fight. Situations with my wife, mother-in-law, and lawsuits. And I was vulnerable, and anyone could have put in 2 cents. And everyone just ran, and I didn't understand the reason they ran. I didn't do anything. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't have leprosy, but everyone ran for me. And I called Dawn, and we spoke, and I said, why don't you come over and let's discuss some issues about, basically surrounding my life.
Mike, you have a lot of fame, a lot of notoriety, and a lot of money. Is money important to you?
Well, because I had no respect for money in the beginning, people took advantage of me. I understand people, there's a large greed for money. I was raised, believe it or not, that money was a false sense of security, When you have money, you believe that you're invincible, you can't be hurt, you live forever. But when God's ready to take you, you could be a billionaire or whatever, and then you say, I can't die, I have so much, and God says, come with me. You gotta be all right, just come with me. It really doesn't mean anything, I take a great deal better care of my money now than I did in the past. But before, I was just so reckless with the money.
Would it be a tragedy to you, like when your career was over, if you didn't have many multi-millions of dollars left? Or you just
I doubt seriously if that will ever happen, but I never say never, because smarter businessmen than me has been tricked out of all their money. And all I can say, money, my house, my cars, everything I own is not my biggest asset. My biggest asset is me, and I could live without all that.
Mike, people have talked about the competition or lack of in the heavyweight division. How do you keep yourself motivated from one fight to the next?
Common sense tells you go in that ring half-stepping, you got to be picking your butt off the canvas. I don't care who you are.
Frank Bruno, who claims that you guys knew each other in the past and that he sparred against you before and that he knows all your weaknesses. What do you say to that?
He sparred with me once I was 14 or 15, and one time I was 17. I believe I improved a great deal since then. I don't know, maybe he believes his talk, but he's going to get knocked out. Basically, when it comes down to it, I just have to get in there and fight. That's all I get paid to do. Regardless of what people say, they have lawsuits, Caden have lawsuits, people, once I'm in that ring, they're not going to hit me, I'm the only one in there, Frank Bruno. I just want to fight, I'm just tired of everything else. I just want to fight because I'm very hostile at this particular moment in my life, and I just want to get in there.
Holyfield, have you been watching him?
I watched the last fight he had. That'll be a good fight. I look forward to it. But I don't want to be egotistical, but let him come. Let him come. I'm sure he's going to find it very stimulating.
Mike, some people will say that you've breezed through the heavyweight division simply because you're the greatest fighter of all time. Others say that you've breezed through the division because there's simply no competition for you. How do you evaluate yourself as a fighter?
These guys in different eras, you could never take a guy like Joe Louis and match him with Ali because the eras are totally different. The way of preparing for a fight is totally different. If you took Joe Louis, I always say if you take a fighter from back then when he started, then you bring him here when the training is more sophisticated, then you match the two. It's just no comparison. You can't compare them. You know, back in the olden days, they were more authentically tough. They're in better shape than the guys nowadays. But I really, you know, what I mean, it's hard to say they can beat the guys nowadays.
Mike, I've heard you speak very highly of Muhammad Ali.
If it wasn't for Muhammad Ali, I wouldn't be a fighter. I wouldn't be a fighter. I was in an institution in Spofford in the Bronx, New York, when I was young, very young. And the movie The Greatest had just came out. And Muhammad Ali, they showed the movie, all of us in the auditorium. And Muhammad Ali came in, and I saw him, and I was a kid, and you know, most of the kids there was very hardcore kids, and when I saw him, it was, you know, I get emotional because when I saw him, I said, and I tell him this, and he don't believe me, he gets me mad. And I saw him, I said, I want to be like that guy. And ever since then, my whole life changed.
You've always said that you always knew, even as a youngster, that you were destined for greatness, something special. Did you have it picked out?
You know, I want to say this, but it sounds so strange, you know, because, I mean, God has such faith. All my life, I knew. After I saw Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean, I still went out in the street, got in trouble, got arrested more and more, but the faith was in, and I know it's going to be the heavyweight champ of the world. It's crazy, but I knew it. I got in trouble, and I had the faith. I said, whatever happened, I'm never going to die yet until I accomplish that. I know it's going to be the heavyweight champ. Custer told me, he said, I never see a guy like him in my lifetime since I'm an old man. And Custer said, I've seen more fighters than you can ever dream of. And I'm sure by the time you die, you'll never see anyone like him either.
How about anyone like a Mike Tyson?
You know, it's difficult because, you know, when I go down the streets, it's funny that you say that. And kids in New York and Brooklyn drive back, they get excited. They, oh, Mike Tyson! And then they turn around and say, I beat the you-know-what out of you in that Nintendo game, man. I'm going to get you. And one kid, you know, it's so funny, but I never forget it. A kid, he was a young kid, a young fighter too. And he was running, and he walked through, he saw me, looked at me, and he said, I just want to see how you look because I'm going to beat you one day. And I said, yeah? I said, all right, I'll be ready. And I didn't take it with a grain of salt.
But it actually maybe could happen one day in the future.
Well, he's going to go to school that night.